What's up, everybody?
Hey, toy community, what's going on?
Let's see. All right. So far, we got nobody in the chat. So,
I just lost that one, but it's okay.
so how's your guys' day been?
Can't complain. Raining. It's been raining.
Vico, your mic is muted.
You muted yourself, buddy. Get him in here. We want to hear him.
Here we go.
Yeah, but rainy. It's been
There
raining.
we go.
And hello, Jen. And I want to say, well, I worked last night, so I was
Green Geek.
Green Geek.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you were working last night. And
so
Vico.
I slept pretty much. I just woke up recently. Did a few chores around the house as always, right? Always.
Always.
And as you
Never
can see,
stops.
Yo, Raven, that intro is killer. I love the rock and roll, and I love the intro. It's friggin' awesome. You're doing such an amazing job, dude. I'm so proud of you. And I know I've seen your skills improve so much lately. It's freaking beautiful. Hello, everybody. How's everyone doing? Thank you, everybody that's joining in.
Doing a lot of intro work.
we got Green Geek, we got H2O Jen. How is everybody doing tonight? Such a beautiful Monday night.
So,
are you guys ready for this?
Question. I got Vico. I love the design. It's perfect. Which one am I though? Like, which one am I?
Whichever you want to be, bro.
you pick and choose, brother. Pick and choose. What's up, Trippin' with Toys? How you doing? Thanks for joining us. All right, so we're going to get the business part of this out of the way first.
Hold on one. I'm sorry. How was your day?
My day was hot and long. That's how it was. I mean, come on, South Georgia.
Yes.
There's no respite from the heat. So, so we're gonna run down. Anything that you guys want to point out? Any shows that you want to plug real quick before we get into bringing our guest on and getting this show started?
To plug in? Oh. Sure. I mean, we can do the plugins right now, I guess. Don't forget to catch the Pick Bar every Wednesday. And also, Behind the Plastic is back. They are back and alive, and their show is freaking amazing. If you haven't watched it, you got to watch it. And we also got The Boys featuring toy photographers every Wednesday. They rock. They're awesome. And we also got, on Wednesdays, too, we got the Toy Marks also. So you can catch both if you want. And also
Wednesday is Skeleton's Tomb.
Yeah, Skeleton's Tomb.
Isn't it Toy Mark? Well, Skeleton's Tomb, which is when is Toy Marks?
Toy Marks is they're a weekly collab. Like Toy Marks, it's
but they're all like it's the Skelly show. I call it Toy Marks. I'm sorry, guys. I'm butchering it. But it's also pretty good. The Skeletons Tomb. Go watch that. That's pretty dope too. And Thursdays we got our boys Toy Addict and Unworthy and A Worthy Addiction every Thursday as well. And don't forget to catch Lazy Boys on Sunday.
Yeah,
that's the plug I got. What do you guys got?
What you got, Cross?
What Vico said ×2.
All right, for those ones that everybody missed, you got World Makers Consortium on Fridays, Latin Legions on Sunday, Toy Photography Talk. Check that out on YouTube on Tuesdays. Geeked Out Click, they do a show too, and I've been missing them. And I'm sorry, guys. I love your guys' show too, and it's skipped my mind the last few episodes, but I'm getting you this time. Then you got Cobra Dad's Weekly Habit. You've got Highly Posables on Friday nights. And don't forget, go to your nearest podcast, check out Hoodcast AF. And that's all I've got. Oh, wait. What's that show on Monday? Ours, Ravens Across the Sands. Every Monday, 9 o'clock Eastern Time on YouTube. So you guys get anything in? You got anything new coming in? What's up?
Nope, I haven't gotten anything in yet. I'm just waiting on the same line I've been talking about for the past 4 shows that I said I'm gonna forget about, but I think about it every day that I think about it. The Savage Crucible line, bro. And
Oh,
I'm just
yes.
I went toy hunting today at Target, and I thought I lost my wallet, so I
Oh,
totally forgot about everything I
That's
went for. But they had the same stuff. I didn't though. It was in my pocket the whole time. I
good.
just
no,
but no, I didn't find anything. Not, and the only thing I saw that I might want, but I don't think I want it, is that new duo pack of McFarlane's got like this high tech robo suit, but it's like a police officer. The only reason I didn't get it is because like I don't know nothing about the character, so I'm not very familiar with him. But he's I think his name is like Rookie or something, and he's got like this
Mhm.
whole tech GCPD mecha suit.
interesting. Okay, that's a comic.
Nice.
Yeah. I don't have anything new coming in myself. I'm kind of making do with what I got and seeing where that takes. I got so many photos though backed up. Like I have so many Walking Dead photos.
I've got to catch up. I'm so far behind on my backlog stuff that I'm coming home, shooting a quick pic, and then throwing it out.
Yeah.
So I mean,
Get it. So you get it. So it's like yeah, I'm just going through my stuff and organizing it and putting it out there, and
right on. Well,
Oh,
we
you know
got our
what?
intros.
I'm sorry. Sorry to interrupt you. I may be getting a diorama of sorts. So
Very nice. Well, speaking of that, let's invite our guest on. It is the one, the only Jedi Jack. What is up,
thank you.
man?
Thank you.
Thank you for joining us, sir.
Thank you for having me.
So, big exciting news, huh? Coming your way? Our boy Jedi Jack will be showcasing his wonderful dioramas that we'll be going over tonight. Well, not these specific ones, but his skills in building dioramas at Legions Con this year. November 8th, 9th, and 10th.
That's awesome.
And yes, it is very exciting, very exciting.
If
Green
nothing
Geek.
else, just thank you, Green. If nothing else, if you're at Legion's Con, just stop by and say hi, man.
Oh yes, we will be hanging out. We will be tearing it up, and hopefully not getting thrown out. That would be bad.
Yeah.
Will you?
Hey, I've seen someone been thrown out for being too sexy, Jedi Jack. So just letting you know, brother.
Of all the
Now-
people, that might happen to him. Definitely might happen to him.
Yes.
Now, Jedi Jack, do you know what effect you have on women, and I might dare say on some men?
I don't, but I can hope. You know? And I mean,
Love that. Yeah, Jedi. Quick question about the con. Are you gonna have like if they had a picture and pose it up what it looked like, this like to be like, oh yeah, that works. That scale. Or
yeah, I'm definitely gonna have some stuff all set up and ready to go. So you can see what it's like. I was gonna set things up to have like different angles and scaled so everybody can tell how to use it and how it would apply directly to them. And anytime I do a show, any Comic-Con, my stuff set up, like it's all there to be touched. Like I'm not a hands-off guy. Hey, if you're not buying it, don't touch it. I'm not one of those. Like it's toys. Like if kids come up and start playing with it, and parents are like, oh, don't touch it. I'm like, no, they can touch all they want. It's toys. It's supposed to be played with. And the same with my dials. I try to make my dials like pretty as rugged as I can. So that way you don't have to worry about them falling over and getting damaged. Like if they fall on the floor, it'll be all right. If figures fall over on it, I do my best to toughen them up in ways that I can to make sure that they're, durable and usable. So yeah, anybody who wants to use stuff is, take some shots. I mean, test it out right there,
Awesome.
See how it works for you. If you're not feeling it, don't buy it. Or if you kind of like what I'm doing, but I don't have something that you want. I mean, then you can hit me up later. I mean, mostly what I do is, custom stuff anyway. So, yeah, I mean, I'm hoping to just, get out there and just have people see some of my things in person that maybe have just seen stuff through pictures. I think a lot of my stuff, looks a lot different when you have it, for sure. I try to set things up and design and paint things so that they do look good in photos. But not everybody's camera and lighting picks up everything that I do. And I think people that have my stuff, will tell you that, like, in hand, I think it's pretty good. I'm not great. I'm not saying, there's guys that are light years ahead of me on doing stuff, but I try to do stuff with a photographer and collector's mindset in hand, and to try to make things workable for everybody, and usable.
Oh, from my experience,
Tell us,
phenomenal work, and it all, everything from the one that I've gotten from you, everything is, you can't tell it's foam. You can't. It is phenomenal how well those diodes actually bring out my photos.
Yeah.
And with it being the 3D texture and all the little different added, let's bring it up.
Yeah, let's
screw it. I mean, these walls
phone.
and this floor, they're held together by magnets. The windows have like a little plastic pane.
Mesh.
Yeah, and the doors.
Beautiful.
Just the detail and the texturing that has gone into this. I mean, no brick is even. Just like a real, regular castle. Those lights in the back, they're magnetic too. They come off or go on. And I wish I would have got a closer shot of this. But if you look at the wall itself, there's script on the wall.
Oh, that's awesome.
And I have a photo that I did with it that was highlighting that.
Whoa.
But this is the same diorama.
Wow.
They're double-sided.
Amazing.
And that
Is the floor
fireplace-
also double too, bro?
Yep. The
What?
floor's double. You got
Crazy skills.
You go to that. You got the stone floor here. You flip it over. You got the wood floor right there.
Wow.
Bro, that is amazing work. Jedi Jack, you're too humble, man.
Yeah.
You need to give yourself way more credit than what you're giving yourself right now. You're like top of the notch, brother.
And the little pillars in the back, those are separate. The fireplace moves. The fire in the fireplace moves. So I mean, everything that he's put into this, it's blown my mind on so many damn levels. I mean, I look at it and I throw my phone away because it's like, man, I'm never gonna be this good. But it's just practice. I know it's just practice.
All it is.
Sorry, Deadman says, "What's up, fellas?"
Deadman.
What is up, Deadman? Welcome in, brother. Thank you for joining us today.
We got Cobra Dad in the house. What's up, Cobra Dad?
For that, thank you for joining.
But yeah, I mean, everything that I've taken a picture with, using that dio and that setup, I've loved every one of them. And I'm probably definitely going to be using a few of those shots for a very small in-town toy show coming up. I got invited to set up a table to try to sell some of my prints.
Nice.
There's going to be a couple of them.
With his dio.
Yes. That
That's
are
awesome.
definitely going to be integrated, using his dio.
Yeah, you should exchange business cards.
Oh, yeah, no.
We'll ask about it. You'll be like, wants one.
No, I'm going to be promoting the hell out of him.
I got to talk. Okay.
Listen, when you do amazing work, you do such an incredible job, and you put passion and love into your work. The people that you give it to, it pretty much promotes itself because of how wonderful it looks and how great it is. And then just give the shout out, and it all goes from there. I think Jedi Jack, you're such an amazing artist, brother.
Oh, thank you, man. I just try, like, when I do the dios, like I usually, most of the time my stuff's, custom order. Somebody sends me an idea, or like, hey, I've been thinking about this, and I'll draw up a couple ideas and like, is this kind of, am I going in the right direction here? And then, we kind of go from there on like planning out,
Do my eyes deceive me? Is that the best jawline on YouTube?
It is, brother. It's right
Your
there.
eyes do not deceive you, Cobra.
I'll come up with my ideas, and we kind of go from there and hash it out. And and usually what I try to do, like, everybody always asks me, like, what things cost, and I never talk about that, like what somebody pays to the open public, because I think that's one, it's none of their business. It's between me and the customer. And the other thing is, the way I price things is basically, I'll say, okay, this is what you want. Okay. What's your budget? What are you willing to spend on this? Cause that'll determine, how far I can go with it, or what we have to limit it to. If you tell me, like, okay, I got like a $300 budget, I want to spend 300. I'm like, okay, well, we got a little bit of room to play, to cover shipping. So we can go maybe a little bit bigger, a little bit more dynamic, more pieces. But if you tell me, like, I don't want to spend too much. All right, man, we can still do something cool. We'll just keep it a little bit smaller. It's going to have a little bit less details and stuff like that, because I have to, like, figure on, like, what my time and material cost is, so I don't have any, like, flat rate of things. That's because it's too hard to, you can't, like, if I'm doing like a staircase castle thing, how can I compare that to the cost of doing like a brick, 3-story building with fire escape? Like, they don't equate quite the same, what I'm, so I can't, like, there's no flat rate. I mean, otherwise I'd have to do like a tattoo artist and be like, okay, it's this much an hour, and if I told you that, you'd be like, well, screw that, man, that's crazy, but
maybe.
I also try to, like, make sure,
like, who do I sign my paycheck over? What's your bank account?
Yeah.
Just take it.
I try to make sure too, like, like, I know everybody's a collector, I know what goes into that money and somewhere to put stuff, that's the two big things. So I try to make sure that when I design stuff, one, it's easy to pack away and put away. And also to be able to ship it to you. I could build some elaborate things, but how do you get it to somebody? You have to engineer a way for it to be disassembled, to shipped safely, to arrive somewhere. So that's a big part of, me going into designing things. And then the second one is, like, I try to make sure to keep things, like, affordable for somebody. Like, my whole point of starting doing dioramas was, when I started toy photography, and I kept seeing, these awesome dioramas people had that made their shots just seem so much cooler. And I reached out to a couple of diorama builders I seen, and got prices back from them, and I was like, that's ridiculous. Like, that's way more than what I'm willing to spend. Even not saying that their work isn't worth it, but it makes it harder for me to justify buying it. So that was how I did. And I was like, well, let me see if I can make a couple things myself, and I kind of did it. And then, like, did a couple, like, freebies for a couple people, like, hey, check this out, see if this works for you. And then it just kind of steamrolled from there and ran away. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm literally making stuff up as I go. I mean, every dio that I do, I mean, I've done some repeated things or some similar repeated things. But most of the time, all my stuff's kind of like one-offs. And a lot of times when it's something new, when somebody hits me up, like, hey, can you make this? And I'm like, sure, and I figure it out. Like, I will tell you, like, you know, if you go to the JGE Toys page, you know, I've done quite a few wrestling stages now for people, you know, for
Nice.
the WWE. And the first one that hit me up was Realm of Toys. And he's like, "Hey man, can you make me like a classic, you know, wrestling walkout stage?" And I was like, "Yeah, I can do that."
Sure, not a problem. I got you.
And it came out amazing, did it not?
I didn't know, you know, but like I just figured it out. Like, I was just like, you know, messed around with some ideas and, you know, kept, you know, and it worked. And, you know, Frank was happy. And then like right after that, you know, 20 other people wanted them, you know, so, which is great. You know, it's awesome. It's the same thing when I've done, buildings with fire escapes, you know, people wanted like the front building face and stuff. And, I did like one for myself. And then next thing you know, it's like, everybody wanted them and I was building them like left and right. And, you know, and then I'll do something else and, you know, it's every time I do one, I learn something because I'm never doing the same thing. It seems like I never do like you know, there's guys who build like nothing but like, you know, mythic, you know, Catholic, castle style stuff. And they're great at it. They're amazing. And there's guys out there that do like almost nothing but like back alleyway and, you know, storefronts and stuff like that. And, you know, lots of graffiti and it looks, they're amazing at it. I would say like the one thing is like, I will try to make you whatever it is that you have in mind. You know, I think I've pretty much done the full gamut of things other than like a big outdoor style diorama, you know, is about the only thing I haven't done yet for somebody as far as customer base.
But you have
Well,
made
let's
that amazing temple that you have.
Yeah, right up there. That one.
Yeah, that one's a beauty, bro.
Yeah, that was for the Savage Crucible diorama contest, and got second place. So I was pretty proud of that. You know,
That was the best one. That was the best place to be in.
I was in it. Second place had the best prize, so I was cool with it. You know,
Prize.
all of wave one.
Oh damn!
Damn, that's
All right,
crazy,
so-
bro.
You mentioned the storefronts and your fire escapes. I found
There's
this
one.
in our archives.
There we go.
Oh,
So
beautiful.
yeah, I mean, just
I mean,
and these are, you know, you saw NECA's, you know, dial that they put out, right? This is, I'm going to say this is like 10 times better.
Yep.
I mean, to be honest, the details, again, the details that you put into your dials, the work and effort that you put in to make them look as realistic as possible just blows my mind every time I see it. And this is what I was talking about. If you look
oh
on the
yeah,
wall itself right there, you'll see the script.
yes. Oh wow.
Yo, that's crazy, dude.
How long that takes?
Holy smokes.
So, I
it's-
mean,
A lot of my stuff, it's hard to judge like how long something takes me because you know, I still work a full-time job. I have two jobs, you know, so sometimes I might get 3-4 hours to work on stuff, and other times it's like 15-20 minutes. You know, I might run in and like do a little something, you know, and then I don't touch it till the next day, and I might get like half an hour a day. So it's it's always hard to like kind of judge like how much time I put into, you know, certain things. And, you know, some stuff goes a little bit faster, and some, you know, the more you do this stuff, you know, the better you get at speed on certain things. You know, like when it comes to like the painting and stuff like that, you know, I can get that done like relatively quick if I already know the direction I'm going to go with it, and, you know, what I'm going to use, and I'll get like all of the base painting done, and then like I may end up, you know, coming back with airbrush and touching up it or adding some extra details or something like that. You know, that stuff. The part that takes the longest amount of time literally is like the design, like the engineering thing. Like, how does it go together? How does it come apart? Which pieces to build first? How does this piece, you know, go with the next one? Is it going to fit in a box? You know, is it going to hold up for somebody? that's all the things I think about. Like, it's one thing to me to like to build like a like a one piece, like say like a bridge, you know, like you can make a bridge and that looks awesome and do like a ton of details on it and everything. And you're like, okay, well, to me, that's just a prop.
Yeah.
Like, because you still have to have ground, or you have to have whatever water that's going over, and you still have to have a background and stuff like that. So my stuff, I try to make mini like movie sets, you know, is the way I like think of things. So like when you get it, you know, whatever it is, you're able to shoot, you know, right in there. It may not have the amount of details and stuff that like other things do, but I try to leave a little bit of blank canvas so like somebody can switch things around and add things to it and, you know, take things away and make it your own and, you know, have you the ability to use that over and over and over again by just changing a few things.
Wow.
Like this bat cave that you did. I mean, what's modular and what's not in here?
Wow.
So, the floor is 2 pieces. Each side wall is 1 piece. The back wall is 2 pieces that hook together, and the ceiling's 2 pieces. So that whole thing comes apart. And then the little elevator on the side, it's got a door. I think I magnetized the door so you could take the elevator away and slap on the door, and it, you know, the elevator would be closed.
Wow.
And then the stand that the computer screens are on, that's just a floating piece. So you could take that whole thing out. And that one is also reversible. The floor is reversible, and the back wall, I think it's just maybe both walls. I'd have to ask Unworthy. It's been a while since I did it, but I think I know the floor is reversible. Oh, that's what it was. I added a section on the back wall. So there's a piece that goes over top of that silver part.
Yes.
That ends up looking like a little bit more castle style because he wanted to have it the bat who laughs.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
That little castle scene. So it's kind of, you can reverse it to that if you wanted to. But you know, he's used that cave and just he's used that cave in so many different ways, just by changing a couple things up, you know, and lighting things from different angles and shooting it from different angles. Like it's even hard to tell it's the same one every time.
And this one.
Oh,
that was I did that for Thor.
Awesome.
And
whoa. That fits on a whole table? That's crazy,
that
bro.
entire thing is modular.
Wow.
So he hit me up and he's like, dude, I need some streets and sidewalks. And he goes, but I don't want to have it like, you know, just one way. So I made it so you can configure that thing 100 different ways. So if you wanted to have it like that, the 4-way intersection like that, that's fine. You could turn it into both sidewalks on both sides and have a real long street. You could turn it into an L intersection.
Oh, wow.
Could, you know, there's a bunch of, everything's individual pieces. So, and it's all magnetized. And then like, it's even reversible on sides. So like one side is nice and the other side has like battle damage in it. So like if you want to do
nice
fight scene, you can flip over the pieces that you want that have battle damage, you know, and then leave the other ones a little bit more pristine and stuff.
That's so freaking cool. That is awesome.
This one I did for Diggs. Yeah, and he wanted a 2-piece. He's like, I want a hallway and I want a blank room.
Oh, what? That's crazy. I don't think I've seen this one, bro. That is freaking stellar.
That one I did for my local comic shop. He wanted the interrogation room from Dark Knight.
Nice.
So
That's freaking amazing, bro.
So yeah, he's got that on display at his comic shop, and set up with some figures and stuff. So that's always kind of cool. Yeah, this one I did for Diggs. He was like, he wanted a hallway, and he's like, give me a Daredevil style one. I'm like, okay. So I tried
You're
to
like, that's right up my alley. Let's go.
Yeah, and I tried to make sure that it had angles to be able to like introduce light and stuff. So like that at far end of that hallway, was kind of open, so that way you could introduce light that way and backlight some stuff, and then it's attached on a bigger piece. There's literally a room to the other side of that. That's a whole like empty bedroom, living room, whatever you want it to be, and he wanted it that way so that he could use it for multiple different things. He could decorate it up however he wanted to.
Nice.
Perfect. Really.
Yeah. So I mean, those are just some examples of your work, right? And I know, like with mine, the shields and some of the door pieces and things like that. You do 3D printing too, correct?
Yeah, I started doing that. I got a 3D printer, I don't know, 6 months ago, something like that, 6-7 months ago. And I've been using that. I wanted to get it mostly to be able to put in some more of the detail pieces that like it's just way too complicated to do by hand, or way too time consuming, so I could add some extra details, pick up speed on builds on certain things, add a little bit more like detail to like window frames, or, extra little things like that. And I would be able to like mass produce some of those things, especially if I'm doing like a lot of them or like a big piece.
Just and the way you have your talent that you got for painting, I'm pretty sure it just helps you so much more just to have everything and like, let's go, let's get it done.
Yeah, and and that was just as much of a learning curve as anything else. Like, I mean, I've always been artistic, like my goal when I was in high school was to draw comic books, and obviously that didn't happen because and nobody hired me to draw Spider-Man, but
I mean,
I was lucky that I had like a really great art teacher all through high school who introduced me to a lot of different things, and he's the one that like really turned me on to like trying different types of painting, from watercolors to oils and acrylics and things like that. And I really had a blast when I like started doing it. I mean, I used to do like these fantasy style, almost like Frazetta, not Frazetta style, not Frazetta quality, but like, I would do these, crazy colors in the background, and, and some trees or big rocks, and, and your big hero in the center, with holding a sword and stuff like that. And I would do it all in acrylics or oils and stuff like that. And then I really enjoyed doing it, and then life goes on and you get away from doing all that kind of stuff, and things happen, and you're doing everything. And then all of a sudden one day, next thing you know, you're building dioramas and you're starting to paint, and you're just starting to like figure things out, as you go. I think I've got like a pretty good eye for like color and like the way to layer things and like try to like contrast some things and stuff like that. And I think that helps. But honestly, like so much of it is just like trial and error. I mean, I can't tell you like how many times I've like, painted something for like, somebody's order, and like do like 3-4 different layers of paint. I've dry brushed, highlighted, done it, and look at it and go, that's crap. Like, it looks terrible. And then like paint the whole thing black and start again,
Yeah.
And I've done it.
See, I've heard, and that's okay. That's you, your person. But I hear some negativity from yourself. Like, you're really amazing. I don't think you understand how badass of an artist you are. And if you could give yourself one compliment of your artistic and your dials and everything that you do, what would you say to yourself on that part?
I would say that as far as like, I would say it would go for like dials and photos, is I don't do one thing. Like I try to do like, different styles of stuff. Like, the guys that are really good at doing like one thing, they're phenomenal. Like they're awesome. I think I'm like mediocre at everything, and I'm okay being that way. Like I'm happy. I have zero complaints because I'm having fun doing it, and
That's what's up. There you go.
Yeah, so it's fun. Yeah, and it's fun to me, when like, if I get to do like a castle and then somebody says, you know what, I want a Michael Myers house, and I'm like, okay, like let's see if I can make it, ta-da.
There it is. Wow. How'd you just do that right now?
He's like a summoner.
Yes. Jedi, I did want to say, but do I understand? As artists, always our own work. So, it's the flaws. I'm not saying you don't see it, but more so tend towards to look at the flaws to fix it. Am I getting that correctly?
I can't hear you, Cross. You keep on cutting out, bro. I'm sorry.
Like it cut out at the end, buddy.
Oh, I'm sorry. But all I was saying is that we tend to see the flaws and beauty. So I get it. I get where you're.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's just I'm definitely my own worst critic on things. Like and I'm okay with that because I feel like that always pushes me to try a little bit better and try harder and look at ways to improve.
Yep.
You may hear like negativity, but it's me. You're never going to hear like arrogance out of me. It's just not going to happen. I think my stuff's okay. I don't think it like totally sucks. But
No, your stuff's phenomenal, bro. And I just want to say, I want to ask you, what is your favorite dial to this day? What has been your favorite dial that you're like, oh man, I wish I could keep it, but I got to send it?
You know what? Honestly, it's every time I build one. It's my favorite one at the time. It's like, oh man, this is really cool. It's like, I kind of, because by the time, and there's ones like, there's ones I've built, many of them, where I'm just like, oh, I'm so sick of working on this thing. I'm just like, I hate this stupid thing. I just hate it. And then to get it all done and put it together, and like I start taking like my, my glamour shots of it, and I'm like, wow, this looks pretty cool. Like I kind of want to keep it now, and I'm like, now I got to put it.
Start using it for your promo shots. And
yeah.
Like, oh,
so,
I don't really like it.
And honestly, that's why half the time, like I take a bunch of photos, or at least try to like bank up a couple shots with somebody else's dial, because I don't have any dials of my own. Like, I don't. It's just other than that one up there.
Yep.
Everything else is like, either pieces of stuff or where it's like failures. And I keep around, and I'm like, I'll just use it. It's good enough for me. So. When I finish a good one for somebody, I always try to like get a couple shots in, because I'm like, hey, this is a really cool dial, and I'm never going to get to use it again. So
that was my next question.
Yeah, it's and it's fun. It's almost like I get a new dial every couple of weeks or so. It's just I just don't get to keep them. I'm on like the I'm like on a timeshare.
Yes.
Timeshare with them.
One time.
Timeshare.
You should create like a small dial, right? Create like a small, maybe 2-sided floor dial, and we should get together. And we like keep it small so it doesn't cost too much to ship, but you should ship it out.
Ship it around.
Ship it around the country.
That would be
dude.
fun.
Like, everybody gets like 5 shots. You
That
do
would
your
be
best
fun.
5 shots, and then you send it on to the next person.
What?
That would be cool.
Love
Bro, you know
I
what?
loved it.
How
We'll do a
when would
world
you get
tour.
it back? you probably never get it back, bro.
One of us is
No,
gonna
it would have to be returned to him.
yeah.
It would have to be returned. We would
Of course.
have to find like 3 on the West Coast, some people in the like Mideast, Midwest, West Coast, Southwest, Texas,
I got South.
back to Georgia, and
New York.
then
New
back
York.
down to Jack. And everybody has to put like make the bottom where you add a sticker, just sign
Yeah,
it.
that'd be cool.
That's cool.
Oh,
That's-
what?
That would be awesome.
Like a postcard, but in a
Alright.
dial, dude.
I'm gonna do that. That's a
We'll
great
get together
idea.
after the show. We'll get together after the show because
All right.
I'd be all about that.
That's a good idea.
I'd throw money on that one, man.
Me too.
So
What?
we have a special guest.
Oh.
I ain't that fucking
Dead
special.
man.
I ain't that fucking special.
What's up, there, man?
What's up, Dad Man?
No.
I just
I'm-
had-
Unofficial
Yo.
4th member here.
I just had a few things I wanted to say about the, you know, you guys were saying that he's got some negativity about himself, and Jedi Jack, I fully understand that. As someone who has built dioramas in the past, also has one sitting here that I haven't finished in fucking months. It's okay to feel like it ain't good enough, no matter what, because there's always room to fucking improve. And as an artist, you're gonna be that way.
All the
I'm,
time.
So-
I'm that way with all my shots, with everything I do. It's always, I can always do this. I can always improve here, and always it's a never ending cycle. And I don't think it's negativity. I see it more as being, humble and true to yourself.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can I ask you guys something real quick?
Green Geek says he's totally down for that idea with
Can I ask you guys something? Who was supposed to be watching the back door? Like, how did Dead Man get in here?
that was on
He's
Vico,
got a key, man.
Vico-
He's
Vico
got a
let
key.
him
Yeah, I got.
I gave him the key. He can come in whenever he wants, bro.
Yeah,
Good
I got
to
to
see
keep.
you. Good to see you.
in. Trippin-
I'll be right back. Give me a
Trippin's,
sec. Give me a sec.
supporting
I'll be right back.
Get that guy out of here.
Yo, good to see yeah.
Go ahead. This isn't my show. I'm fucking at this point. I'm an invader. So
But this is everybody's show. Jedi. So, so you were talking about Legions Con. You're going this year. What are you bringing? What are you planning on showcasing? I mean, obviously, other than the actual lithic or mythic Legion stuff, you know what I mean? Like, other than that stuff, I'm sure you're gonna have like castles and shit like that.
Yeah, it'll be pretty much, Mythic Legions centric, kind of stuff. Just for the fact that what it is and stuff. What the show
Cater
is.
to the goblin nerds like me.
Yeah,
Whoa.
and I'm gonna have some Dio stuff. I don't want to say too much what exactly it's gonna be.
Yeah.
But hopefully it'll be something that people can use and people will like. And then I'll have like some smaller like one-off stuff, like a few props and things like that that'll be ready to go. A lot of my stuff will be easy for someone to grab at the table and walk away with.
Yep.
They're not going to have to like.
well, hopefully they stop and pay you first.
Yeah,
Of
that's
course.
it.
Yeah, of course.
Oh, yeah.
Not that kind of walk away, but
But
he's
he's gonna have like a whole crew around his table watching his stuff.
Yeah.
He's covered.
Vico, you just opened that beer with your fucking teeth.
Yeah,
Did you?
I do it all the time.
You're gonna regret that shit later on in life.
Yeah.
Trust me.
Oh, I've chipped them all throughout. They're all chipped out. It's all right.
You're gonna have
My teeth are super sharp, dude. I can rip a rope with my teeth.
for now.
I'll be right back.
No, you keep opening beers with them, and they will stay that sharp because they'll just keep chipping away.
I know. I've cut my fingers. There you go. See, that's what you get.
California or Washington State.
It's actually very, very easy. It's just like you could pretty much open it with anything. You just put a little bit of, you just grab it and then you just go like. That's
Dude,
it.
I'm a 50-year-old alcoholic, bro.
Dead Man.
There you go. See, it's the same thing. Just a little bit
I
of
know how
liver.
to open beers.
Dead Man. Yo, Dead Man. Were you Washington? Dead Man, were you just come back from Washington?
No, I just came back from California. I was in California for a week and a half.
How was
Oh,
that?
that's what's up.
It was cool. I'm not trying to take away from fucking Jedi Jack here. Let's talk to him some more.
No.
Oh yeah, no, we're talking, but this is how this show goes, right?
So I have a question for you guys. I know Jedi Jack's gonna be there. Jedi Jack. I know Jedi Jack's gonna be there. I know Raven's gonna be there. Who else is gonna be there
Where?
I'm not.
at Legion's
Legion's
Con?
Con.
No, definitely not
I
me.
love the background, Raven. That was good.
Because I'm trying. I'm trying to go. And just so I can meet the people. Just so I can
We'll
meet.
talk afterwards. We'll
Jedi
talk
Jack, where
afterwards.
are
Excuse
you
me.
located, Jedi Jack?
I'm in Southwest Florida.
Oh, so that's a trip. For you.
Damn.
Yeah, it's still a trip. It's still haul.
You're in Southwest Florida, so you're like in the swamps.
Yeah.
Almost. I'm about a half hour north of Fort Myers, which is about what Miami's like 3.5 hours south of me.
Yeah.
Oh,
Whoa.
okay.
Yeah, see,
That's
he
nice.
says he has a dog.
Yeah.
It's not a dog, it's a gator. Yeah, don't let him on.
It's a gator.
Damn gator.
No. He has a dog, but he's got to keep it on a leash so it doesn't get eaten by a gator.
He's got swamp puppies running around.
Actually, rumor is it is a gator, but used to be a dog.
That too. It could be. I mean, there's, dude. This is Florida, man. If there's water, there's gators.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
caimans, gators.
My father-in-law
Freaking
lives in South Carolina, and there's fucking
rattlesnakes.
gators everywhere. We had to stop and fucking let a gator finish crossing the street,
No,
and there was
that's-
no water to be seen. There was no water to be seen.
You just got to get out, slap it on its ass, it'll
That's
move.
just kind of like a daily thing here. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
that's-
What else is there? I know there's wild boars, there's quails,
Panthers.
roadrunners.
There's a lot of
Everything.
shit that'll eat you.
You're not. I don't see any roadrunners here. You get the armadillos.
Yeah.
Armadillos.
You know.
But- Oh,
You know, a lot of big birds, like the ones the big sandhill cranes that sound like
Yeah.
a velociraptor is going to attack you.
yes.
Vultures
Oh, yeah.
everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're all-
Big Bird from Sesame Street.
They're huge.
Oh no, that's in New York.
And lots of bugs.
yeah.
Lots and lots of bugs.
Big bugs too, huh?
Iguana.
Iguanas, lots of iguanas. I keep wanting to go. They have iguana hunts down here, where like you can like take like 5-10 people out together, and just pick them off. They just take you in a boat and just pick off iguanas all day. I'm like, that sounds like fun. Like,
You
Dude,
got pissed
yeah.
off tegus.
And they're actually delicious, bro.
I'll try it. I'll try it, man.
That's-
They're
Spicy
good.
chicken.
But you gotta cook them right.
Kinda
Yeah,
like
you gotta
rattlesnake.
cook them right.
Kind of like
You gotta
rattlesnake.
cook them like, yeah, you gotta cook them like in a chili sauce, like
Yeah.
guajillo or something like that, And you
Yeah,
gotta wash it too.
it's
You gotta
like
wash it like when it's dead and everything. You gotta wash it, and then you boil it, and then you cook it. It's really good.
It's like doing a.
Boil it.
Yeah. What is
Well,
the-
yeah,
what-
to
You lost
to-
me there, bro. I used to be a chef, man. You lost me at boiling it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta boil it. I mean, you're not gonna boil it all the way, but you gotta like kill all the germs.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about, Dead Man. It sounds weird to boil meat, but like some of those ones, it's like you almost have to like to break it down. Like what's Vikos? What's the chest steak? You know what I'm talking about? Where
The chest steak.
Yeah, where we take the chest meat and you cook it with the lime juice so it breaks down.
Oh, no, you're talking about menudo.
No, not some menudo. I mean,
No,
menudo's-
menudo is in fucking no,
No,
No.
chest meat,
no.
like pork
No.
or beef.
Menudo's intestines, bro.
Yeah, it is. Straight.
Jedi, I
Trick.
since
I don't know, but
since we're all
But
over
yeah,
the place- Yo, since
just
we're all
like like when you cook goat, you gotta wash it too. You gotta clean it too, because otherwise you get that like
All you gotta do is skin it, dude.
Yo, since
what's it
since
called?
we're-
I don't know what the English word is, but it's got like this, like when
Hey.
it's not done right, it's got like
Um,
this aftertaste to it.
What I guess I'm just curious how much like and now since we're just kind of freestyling it right now it seems and I want to still stick with you what how I don't want to put you on the spot you know what I'll just talk to you after the show never mind unless
Oh, man.
I'm just curious about that street scene you did for Thor I think it would be perfect for a lot of my Walking Dead stuff so I'm just curious
Okay,
about that.
yeah, man. We can do something like that again.
Cool.
And don't think because it's 1/18 scale, it's going to be cheaper, bro. That makes it harder to do.
Yo,
All that detail is like, it doesn't scale down. You got to do it completely different.
That's extra math I got to do.
and that's worth it though.
I'm just telling you, because I did a 1/18 scale graveyard, and it was one of the toughest things I ever did.
That was beautiful.
Really?
Yeah, you recently did that, right? That
No,
was
I did that fucking like 2.5 years ago, man. I haven't built a full diorama in years.
Oh shit. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I think you must have reposted the photo or something recently. I feel like I saw that. Like it's got like the dead. It has the tree in the back of the tombstones. Yeah.
No, it's kind of like a hill. There's an open grave,
Yes.
and I did it for Border Station X.
Yes. Recently I've seen that. Like I saw that dio.
So Jack,
It's nice.
what was your first dio that you ever did?
Ooh, I did.
I've always meant to ask you this.
First thing I made for myself was a rooftop style dio. And I did the base of it, the floor.
Yeah.
And then made 4 walls and had them magnetized, and then put pieces so the floor could drop into it, so it had, some side walls and stuff.
So it had a parapet like it would.
Yeah. And I still have it. I still use it. I don't ever I don't think I ever really set the whole thing up, but I'll use like parts of it. And I learned a lot off of that one. It was like, I learned how to carve bricks, it was like,
Yeah.
And I learned like, okay, that size, even though the size I used was like the absolute correct scale, it doesn't work as well as doing it, like
Yeah, what 1 inch by half inch?
yeah, it just doesn't work as well. Going that little bit smaller was like almost overkill.
Yeah, it's tough, but there's a lot of people out there that go that extra mile. I know Oilers Workshop does that, and like I honestly, especially on this, I mean, he makes some huge shit.
Yeah,
I couldn't see myself fucking doing all that. That's craly.
Yeah, it's awesome. Like I said, it's like the guys that can do that and be awesome. I can't, and half the time I'm thinking like I'm trying to make these, just for like people to get like some shots out of. So it's like, I want it to look good, but it doesn't have to be like complete overkill, like because nobody's staring at the background.
There's also some rollers that you can buy. And then they already got the brick pattern.
It, Vico. Stop right now, Vico. Stop.
I've never used it, but it exists.
Just stop, Vico.
Hey, you put in the work in it.
It's the problem with those is like, if you're doing a small section, you could probably get away with it. If you're doing like a bigger wall, you're never going to keep that thing straight. Like, it's just not, and it's going to be all over the place, and you're going to have to still end up carving everything, to mark out the lines. Like they just, unless you were using like clay or, something that could really, really cut into, but like if you're doing it like on basic foam, it'll give you some guidelines,
Yeah.
But because I experimented, I tried it. I was like, maybe this is fast.
Like I said, I've never used it. I've just seen it. I've seen them.
You would almost have to build a jig just to keep the fucking thing straight.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And they never build them as big as you want. So if you're doing like a fucking 3-story building, you can do that in one piece of foam. It comes that big. You could do a 5-story building in a piece of foam. You can get it that big.
Yeah.
But like you'd have to build a jig because those things are usually only like 9 inches at the most.
They're like,
I've seen.
Damn, that's 9 inches for you, bro. God damn.
I'm saying, no, it's just,
Jedi Jack is packing. It's not just a great mustache. It's not just a great mustache.
He said 9 inches, bro.
I've got everybody convinced that's 9 inches. So, no, so the half the time those rollers are set up for like 124 scale and stuff like that. So, it's tough to like to find like a roller that for 1/12, that's big. Even then it's like they may be like 6 inches. Well, like if you just do like 2 passes, that's 12 inches. That will kind of work if you're doing close-ups, but if you're like setting that wall back further, you're gonna run out of height real fast.
Be all over the place. Yeah.
Yeah. Jedi Jack, I know you said you haven't done a lot of terrain and whatnot. I don't know if Raven brought it up. I was getting out of the shower when I typed it in. I typed in, yeah, stay out of my lane. But honestly, if you ever want to do terrain and you want to know, you can pick my brain.
Thank you, man.
I'm good at terrain. I've heard that I'm one of the best people that do trees. I don't believe that, but
Give it a shot.
He is.
I got some information up here when it comes to terrain. If you ever want,
All
like,
right.
I have a secret recipe for moss. My moss looks better than anybody else's. I will tell you that for sure. But that's just because I came up with it one day and was like, "Hey, this is great. I love it."
Good.
Terrain for shots like this.
Whoa, look at that good stuff.
That's not my diorama. I didn't build that.
No.
It looks
Wow.
amazing, bro. I love it.
But I
Did you use did you use a backdrop on that one? Like,
Yeah.
Jedi?
So a lot. That's just a lot of times I use just TV screen.
Yeah.
Nice.
I just use Google Images and I'll pull up something and then I build something in front of it.
Man, I can't use the TV. I tried it and my phone always gets like you remember that when you would take photos of a TV when you were a kid and then you
It's
thought
all
you were
pixelated.
gonna show this. Yeah, it's all like
You need to
that.
get a
Like,
better
you see
TV,
the-
dude.
Yeah.
He
You know what I'm
still
talking
uses
about?
one of the,
You should
the
be able to take
tubes
digital
with the
shots of the
box.
digital screen at this point. Like,
Hey man, I still use the 3 wires from my Xbox.
He
Oh,
sells the
you
CRT.
need- get an HDMI cord, bro. Get an HDMI cord, bro.
Yeah.
I had to get a converter.
Oh, get a new TV.
Yes.
They're cheap, man.
They
We
are
go out here
cheap.
still
Isn't that
using
crazy?
a rear projection fucking tube television.
Hey, my TV's got the speakers on the side, okay?
Oh,
It's got
shit.
surround sound.
Dude, you got
I'm
one of
just
those floor mounts on a fucking Lazy Susan, huh?
Is it made of wood?
kidding. How did you know?
Is
It's
He
made
has
out
to
of
get
wood.
up to change the channel.
This shit weighs 600 pounds. It's a 25 inch.
Dude, and I had to move that shit myself.
It's hard to move those things that are on the Lazy Susan with a fucking dolly.
Oh
dude, 'cause
my
they just
God,
slide
that's
around.
crazy,
They just want to move.
Man, we went. That's how you know we're old, bro. Talking about old shit.
But
So
yeah.
have you ever built a diorama just based on a figure?
Oh, good
Like
question.
you got a figure in, and you're like, this thing needs its own diorama.
I can say, well, the only one would probably be that temple.
Mm.
And that was
Savage
that
Crucible
was just
stuff.
because that was before I had them,
Yeah.
and so that was completely sight unseen, having the figures and stuff. It was just going off of images and stuff from the Kickstarter.
Yeah. The lore and all that.
Yeah, and so I just took it from that. Sorry, I have a very needy dog.
No,
Puppy needs attention.
Yeah,
what kind of dog is it?
he's a border collie.
Nice.
You have a very needy dog.
Yes.
Border
We told
collies
you
are
he's a
like
gator.
they're all about attention.
I've only met the only borders I've met are the border patrol dogs.
those are different
They're
people.
definitely not.
Those are
Those
Belgian
are usually
Malinois.
German shepherds. That's a different
Yeah,
dog.
I don't wanna-
They're very aggressive, man. Anyway, I don't want to think about that.
Stop
So,
running, bro. Stop running.
so we've seen you do streets. We've seen you do buildings. We've seen the castles and the bars and all the amazing other things. Have you ever done a sci-fi dive?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I did. I think I've done like 2. There was one that it wasn't completely sci-fi. It was I did it to that it could be used like multiple, whether like for G.I. Joe or just a little bit more
Like a space scene?
industrial. Yeah, it was just like a little bit more industrial kind of building kind of thing, and I had a lot of fun at doing that, and I wouldn't mind doing like another one. I just honestly just haven't gotten hit up for it yet.
Yeah.
I do have to do a Star Wars one for AB. He was looking for a Tatooine kind of thing. So I
Ooh.
have that on
Yeah.
the build
Nice.
list.
Now,
But yeah,
this
having-
build me up to my next question, Jedi. Are you going to be building? Because is it Legions cons because it's Cosmic Legions? I'm sorry, Mythic Legions, and are they going to have Cosmic Legions there?
Yeah.
Are you building a Cosmic Legion style dial?
I'm not at this moment.
Yeah. We
Like
talked about this. Yeah.
Not yet.
if I get some other stuff done and I have enough time, I was thinking about doing like a couple like smaller cosmic ones that they could use for sure. I would. The only reason probably I haven't is like the sci-fi angle of things isn't quite my genre.
Yeah.
Like I love Star Wars, but to me like Star Wars is more fantasy than it is sci-fi.
True.
It's swords and magic, it's just in space.
It's laser swords and magic.
Laser swords and magic. That's right. I stand corrected.
Jedi, I got a question, Jedi, for you.
Yeah.
What's your favorite figure line to shoot?
Whew. Whatever one I pick up that day or whatever collab shot I got due. It's like,
It's like, what is that? Okay.
I honestly, I like don't really have a favorite line or anything like that. It's sometimes I like shooting some older figures and stuff like that. It's just whatever, whichever one makes me feel inspired that day.
Agree.
Yep. Because there's times like the worst thing is like trying to like force a shot.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
It just doesn't happen. Like it's just like
Everything you do comes out like crap.
That's just like building when you don't feel like it. Like it's
Right,
not going to come out good.
Yeah, exactly.
This is like the reason. Like I can draw really well. It's the reason why I never became a tattoo artist is because then I'd have to do it on demand, and that never turns out good.
Yeah, I had the same thing, exact same thing. It's like I was like, oh, everybody, because I had people offer me, hey man, you can intern to do tattoos, and I'm like, I don't want to have to do that all the time because then I'm going to start hating it.
Yeah.
It's just like,
True.
and I don't want to do that. So like, yeah, I mean, I have my favorite characters that I love. I love shooting Daredevil stuff, and I love shooting like Conan stuff, and there's a few others that I really enjoy.
Don't you run a Daredevil club?
Yep.
Mhm.
Every Tuesday, we just celebrated our 1 year anniversary,
Happy
sir.
1 year anniversary!
and
There are always amazing artists on that collab too, by the way.
And you know what? And the fun thing is like when I started the collab, and it still goes that way. And Raven will tell you since he's part of it, is it's not a regular collab. So we don't do like, hey, let's take a funny picture of Daredevil, or hey, this week it's going to be Daredevil versus so and so. It's okay. This week we're focusing on backlighting. This week we're doing low angle shots. This week we're doing low light. This time we're doing single light source. This week we're doing so everything's like trying to like photography based. So everybody works on different skills, and then they take those skills that they worked on in the Daredevil thing and apply them to their other stuff, and then you see them get better at everything. Like I will tell you one guy, and when I mention it, like I know even Deadman will agree with me here, is like Skelly.
I knew you were gonna say it. I knew it.
He's gotten so good.
Well, and he's also. I mean, I'm glad he's not here to hear me say this, but in the last like month, he's gotten so good.
Yeah.
Like he's like jumped. Like
Yeah,
he skipped a few rungs there.
He skipped a few rungs and just like went
Yeah.
from here to boom.
Yeah.
And it was times like because we'd have like a week assignment like a certain light, and he's like, oh man, I'm really struggling with this. I'm like, that's okay, man. Practice it. Work on this. Try this.
Yeah.
And he'd be
I have actually told that to Skelly. Actually yesterday, I sent him a message with a bunch of hearts talking about how fucking great his photography has gotten.
he really
Just
has,
saying.
man. Just
Yeah, he's
and
he's
it's not that it was
improved
bad
a lot.
before. It's just that you just see somebody get better, you know, and it's just you watch him all the time. And to me, that's like one of the funnest things about doing the Daredevil collab is like watching everybody like improve. And they're like, hey, I didn't know this before, so I learned this technique now, and I use it all the time. And you know, and
Well,
I never thought about it, you know.
he just recently got like the top of the line iPhone. He shoots this phone, and then I've been on him about getting Lightroom, like actually paying for it. And he was like, "Why? I can use it for free." And I was like, "But you can't use it.
Yeah.
You can't use it." And then he finally did pay for it, and he's just like, as soon as he told me he paid for it, the next shot he fucking
just
put up,
boom.
I was like, "Fuck." This
Nice.
means I
using
can't
it.
make fun
Stop
of you
using it.
anymore for bad photography. And like you said, it's not like he was bad before. It was just
No.
it was just like he just kind of blended in with everybody. You know, like
Right.
a lot of us have like a different thing, you know, that we're good at or that we do often, or like there's like, you know, we have a signature in our editing skills, I guess.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, that's you nailed it on the head. It's like that you start to know, you know, you can see somebody shot and go, oh, that's, you know, that's Dead Man's, that's
Yeah.
Toy Addict, you know,
Yeah.
you know, I can tell, you know, and Skelly's definitely like getting it. His Warhammer shots are just been phenomenal.
Dude, I know.
He's
I know,
been
trust
killing
me, I
it
know.
with
I'm like
I
I'm
I
trying
have-
to shoot those figures now, and some of these things are hard to fucking shoot. There's just too much going on.
Yep.
Like look at this guy. Look at this fucking guy. There's so much happening here.
Nice.
Yo,
That
show
is
us
not
Horace.
as bad as that
Show us
lead.
Horace again.
Yeah.
Oh, Horace.
Yeah.
That's
Yes. I love that figure. It's so beautiful.
Here's a challenge for you, Jack. Build a dial for this guy.
Damn.
There's way too much happening with this figure.
Destruction. His dial will be just destruction.
All you gotta
Everything
do
he
is take
touches,
your
bro.
scraps, throw some paint on them. There you go. You got your dial.
You know,
Hey, it sounds easy, but it's not as easy, bro. Throwing
I've read
stuff
those.
together and putting them, it's not as easy as it sounds.
I just found out that
has its challenges
there's
too.
articulation in the fucking wolf's head. It's got draped over his shoulder. Like it's on like a little
Nice.
ball joint and hinge in there. Like I just found that out.
What have you got lately, Jedi? You got anything new?
I got the last couple things. I know people hate on these, but this was pure nostalgic gold for me. Was the Super Sevens Conan?
Oh, nice.
Nice, dude.
It
Nice.
is, you know, it is what you love, right?
Yeah, and to me, and I probably won't like shoot these guys all that often and stuff, but like to me, it was like I wanted these as a kid, so like to finally have them, you know, and they
That's
look
what's up.
pretty halfway decent. I was like, yeah, I'm getting them. You know, I mean, I didn't even open them all. Let me see here.
Do you feel like you're gonna build a dial just for the scenery for them?
I might do something. This weapons pack
Oh,
that came with it, with the broken sword and the bloody sword and the bloody axe.
nice.
It's
Damn,
freaking-
You haven't even opened it, bro.
I've been, dude. I'm busy.
Open it right now. I'm just kidding. You don't have to.
He's a dial builder, bro. He's got shit happening.
Look at this Thulsa Doom.
Yes, Tulsa.
Nice.
That's the first Tulsa Doom right there?
It's
That's the one from the
Battle of the Mound.
yeah.
So for the end of the movie.
Yeah, I have that one, but that looks like he has a red cape. Mine doesn't have that.
Ooh.
Mine's
Wait,
got a
do you
mine-
have the Temple one or do you have the Battle of the Mountain one? Like the one with the snake head and
No. It's right here, dude.
Subutai.
yeah.
Do you have that one, Deadman?
No, I
One
don't have
he's holding?
I don't have Super Tie, but see, this is the one I have. He's got this fur thing on here, no red cape.
Oh, see, I think that's the that was the first version. This is the one that just
just came out.
Okay. Well, I mean,
So
I'm not
that
gonna
was the
lie.
village-
I
that
was
was the
super
village one.
disappointed in this figure, so I didn't buy any more of them.
yeah, I know. I have the only other one I had before this was the the temple robes. It comes with the snake head, so you can change him when he's changing into
Yeah.
snake and stuff.
I almost got I almost went all in on him, and I'm a little upset. I'm a little disappointed I didn't get Thorgrim and stuff, but I don't need it. I don't need it.
Yeah, it's I bought these purely nostalgia based. You know, oh, what we got there? What you got going on? Little green light.
Oh yeah, you see that?
That's some green light.
Yet another thing I'm
That's some
working
green
on.
light.
This is what I'm working on. In case we're at. I'm sorry, I lost myself for a second just setting this up.
We don't forgive you.
This was what I got
Sorry,
showed
guys.
up yesterday.
Yes.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
She's from Conan too, right?
No,
No,
this
he's
is
from Fire and Ice.
yeah, Fire and Ice, and
I don't
That's
know
cool.
the character.
they
She looks
nailed
dope,
this
Yeah.
sculpt.
How
No
tall is
shit, McFarlane's got somebody fucking getting in on the cheeks, dude.
Yeah, dude.
How,
Look,
how tall is she? 7 inches?
hey, you look for a date?
7 inches. She's 7
I
inches.
know, 7 inches.
You're going 112 scale. You know that's huge.
Oh yeah, that's nice. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Nice.
So, yeah, like I thought it was pretty cool. Like how they did this is she doesn't have super articulation, so you're not doing like Spider-Man poses, but it's I don't need it to.
Yeah, she's a
But
filler.
what was nice is they didn't break up the sculpt that much too, so it still looks good. It'll still pose, decently on how you want it. It still has the upper torso twist. The legs still move. The knees, they're not double jointed, but I don't need her.
They don't need to be. She does enough.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
So it was like they just nailed it. They did just a super job, and then like it's got a couple different heads and then a couple different hair pieces, so everything will switch out if you want to look.
I saw some sort of interview with them with the Frazetta girls and the guy that designed those. He's not a toy designer. He was really big in not breaking up the sculpt, and that's why I didn't get the first one, just because I watched he had the figure in hand before it came out, and I wasn't into it. I didn't like it, but now I see all the shots, and I kind of wish I would have went all in on it. But whatever, it's fine.
Now she
I
comes
will
with
be getting
Panther too,
the Frazetta Conan.
Yeah,
because I'm a huge Conan fan.
that Conan looks really
Hey,
good.
did you guys get a chance to see that McFarlane medieval spawn?
Yes.
Yeah.
Going all in.
Yeah.
Dude,
Nice.
yeah, he's got like magnets everywhere. The only thing he missed was the cloth cape, but that's okay.
I'm not
It still looks
sold on
amazing.
it. I got the original Kickstarter spawn, and I'm actually thinking about getting rid of it. It's just I wasn't happy with it. I wanted a spawn that I could like do everything I wanted to do with, but he's basically posed.
Yeah.
Like you can move him around. He's got joints everywhere you want joints, damn near, but he only looks real good in the one stance. Because
I know he was showing. I don't know if you guys got a glance of the video that he posted. He was moving him quite a bit, and he looked very, very postable, dude.
well,
even though he's got all that armor.
the first Kickstarter spawn, I'm not complaining about the articulation. I'm complaining
no,
about how
I'm talking about the
when you
new one.
articulate him.
No, yeah, I understand that. No, I'm saying like the new one that he just posted. Like, what was it, like yesterday, the day before yesterday?
2 days ago. It was a few days
Yeah.
ago.
I think it was
Now,
over the weekend. What's today, Monday?
Fire and Ice Girl. She comes with a
Friday.
Panther, right?
Yeah, unfortunately,
Is the
the
Panther
Panthers.
articulated?
No, the Panther's not articulated, but it has two heads.
That was a miss, though. That's a miss right there.
Yeah, and the way they were talking, they were trying to I get it from the production thing because they're not doing a whole line of stuff. They're not a huge toy company or anything.
It's more of art pieces than what we think is figures.
And my thinking is I think if their stuff does well, you'll see them develop. One time they'll like maybe later on they'll do another one. The next one will have it articulated Panther.
Yeah.
So
I mean, you can always find an articulated Panther somewhere.
Yeah, you just buy the
Not-
Dungeons and Dragons
you
dress.
can't really. Marvel Legends did, well, not Marvel Legends, but Hasbro put out one with one of those early.
Yeah, with the Driz figure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the one. That's the one.
I was thinking about
Winter,
the Purple Panther from He-Man.
He's not
no,
articulated,
it's way too big.
Is that?
Yeah.
and he's huge. He's
well,
fucking huge because this
they
is
came,
the
they
this
came
is,
out with an articulated one, but
this is the base body for that. This is just
Yeah.
Battle Cap, but this is the base body.
Oh,
This is fucking.
he's
gigantic.
not. He's not articulated, bro. That's crazy.
Oh, he's articulated. This one is.
Yeah. Oh, that's the
Oh,
Revelation.
okay.
Yeah, but it's
yeah,
fucking.
that's the Dritz one, right?
Yeah, this is the Driz
Man, that
one.
guy's huge.
Yeah.
You know,
Let me see. Nice.
Okay.
I mean, the
Okay.
sculpt is pretty good, though.
the sculpt's still good. Like, I mean, it's still gonna
Yeah.
work even though it's
Yeah.
not articulated. Like the tail moves, you know, and then like the head will kind of move, and it's got two different heads, you know. And then the Driz ones, you know, that Driz one's actually pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What you need really.
Yeah, how many Black Panthers you need? And it's just
Yeah. Yeah. They're cool, but they're sidekicks most of the time. You know?
yeah, it's just like it's not gonna be like my main, you know, joining up with the Black Panther collab. You know, it's
Yeah, but you know what?
Or
But
if you got like a Tarzan versus the Panthers one.
yo, just to say something about that though, I know there are people out there that do shoot just like animal shots with beautiful scenery,
Yeah.
like Paper Pot's Journey, is one person.
Peter Piper.
Yeah, you know, but yeah,
That guy.
yeah, and I mean, you know, and those guys, and some of them are, you know, they're awesome. I mean,
I think those were both girls actually. But yeah, I dig those shots as well.
Yeah, it's what
So-
they do. The way they do more than just the posing. They just have to work the whole environment around that figure, and that's what makes it like freaking beautiful.
I love
Yeah,
it when
bring
people
it-
go
bring
all
it.
out on pops, dude. When people go all out with pops, I love that shit. Like it's not my thing. I don't collect them, but when people take a pop and they go all out and make a whole fucking scene for it and take
I
a fucking
100%
beautiful
agree.
shot of a pop, man, Jesus Christ,
Yep.
I love that shit.
I
Same with
100
Legos.
Yes, 100% agree with you. That community is so skilled in just using that limited, you know, no articulation basically figure, and they just create amazing scenes of just like paintings, you know, like beautiful paintings.
agreed.
So Jedi Jack, you got anything you're working on? Did I miss that? Did you talk about that? Or
Soon to be a shot.
Yeah, I got stuff I'm working on for Legion's Con.
no open commissions at the moment?
No, well, I got one that I need to finish up for Blitz. And that one's almost done. That one's about 75% done. Let me see here. I can probably kind of show it.
Yeah. Soon we're gonna be doing this guy.
That's cool.
Oh, that's awesome. I like that. That's awesome. Is that for Halloween or October?
Yeah.
Love it so much. Yo, how many more days are left until Halloween? Anybody know? Like 60,
Too many.
67?
Too many.
Halloween's every day at Dead Man's house, bro.
You're right.
Oh yeah.
You're
Oh,
right.
nice! Look at that good
It's a
stuff,
holiday
bro.
that matters.
That's awesome.
Oh,
that.
dude,
So-
is it gonna be the staircase? Yeah, I knew it because of the angle of the windows.
No. I have a question for you, Jack. You might already covered this when I wasn't paying attention or before I was watching or whatever. Do you print your own like windows and everything?
Oh,
Some of them, yeah.
what the fuck, dude! Wow.
So that's all solid foam, right? There's no like they're not hollow or anything.
No, that's all foam.
It's
That's
way
perfect.
easier. It's way easier to do it solid.
Wow.
That's freaking amazing, Jedi.
Yeah.
God damn. Oh.
Yeah, like some of the window frames, if I want to do like the
Awesome.
more
Thank you,
intricate
Chris.
stuff, that was why I got the 3D printer, was to be able to do like the things that like take just far too much time to do by hand, and and like crazy Gothic windows that like you're never going to carve out like neatly,
Yeah, and you could find almost all that shit on fucking Thingiverse too.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And it makes it so much faster and easier.
Yeah, and I've seen people go through like all the trouble to like either print them out or laser cut them on wood or whatever, and then they go back and they use that to cut it out with a Dremel or like a small router bit on a Dremel, and I'm just like, why?
Why?
Why you just made that thing? Just put that thing in it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Exactly. I mean,
That's what she
all you
said.
have to
That
do.
fits right in.
Yeah, and that was literally that was like the driving point of me, getting into like 3D printing was like, so I could do like more intricate windows or just even basic windows. So like, because like building like, even though like the window, like your basic building window, the double sashed window isn't that hard to make. It's a little time consuming if you're doing the stuff for commission work. It just takes time.
Yeah.
So if I can like 3D print one that I can just cut the hole to size and then slide it in there and I'm done.
Yeah.
That's what I'll do. And for the customer, it's just the same. It's nothing different. It's saving me time.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean the customer would be happier because it gets
Well, I mean,
gets
if
to them
anything,
quicker.
it's saving them money, right? Because
Literally.
you're not sitting there making 18 windows.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because like I'll when I find ones that I want, like I'll print out 20, 30 of them. And I just throw them in a box, and next time I got to build, it's like I have ones in stock ready to go.
Nice.
You ever think about just selling that kind of shit?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do, but I always feel like if somebody else 3D designed it,
Yeah, I hear you. Yeah.
I mean that's their work.
Yeah.
If I'm
I
putting
get it.
on mine, I feel that it's a little bit different, but like to sell it individually, I'm like, yeah, that's kind of, I don't want to do that to somebody.
Now, the Savage
That's
Crucible
respectable.
throne.
It's respectable.
Mm-hmm.
That Savage Crucible throne. You want to be printing one of those?
Yeah. Oh, I am.
Oh, yes.
He's interested.
I can't wait to do that and then paint it.
Yeah.
Painting that one's going to be a lot of fun. That'll be like,
that thing looks sick.
that one's going to take like a lot of airbrush and stuff too to get it to
Jedi.
look really cool.
Yeah. I gotta. Wait, what do you like to? You said you work. You got 2 jobs. What do you like to do for fun when you can?
Not hobby
What is
related.
this? What is this F word you speak of?
It fails for friendship.
Can I? I'll show you my example. I'm having fun right now.
Yeah.
So I'm just curious. What do you? Because I know you're a busy person. You have a lot going on in your life. What do you do for fun? Like what? For any time that you can carve out in the day. Or
I mean, outside of like the toy photography thing, which to me is like my main unplug kind of
hell yeah.
thing, because I don't think about anything else except that little world.
Yep.
When I'm doing it, and I love that because there's no bills in that world for me.
Yep. Amen.
There's no stress for that. It's just
Amen.
You ain't got a credit card bill?
yeah, exactly. I
No.
don't have any of those anyway, so I got rid of them a long time ago.
See, I heard a rumor. Though. I mean, I can understand that why your time's up. I've heard you're like Charlie Cox's stunt double. On Daredevil show. That's where you've been at. You've been filming.
I wish,
I knew I recognized that jawline.
and I'm way too old to be bouncing around like that anymore.
But it would be fun, admit it.
Once upon a time, there wasn't like that old movie. What was that? The one with Bruce Willis and
Which one?
anyway, they're talking about the old lady, and he goes, "There was a time, when that old lady was the hottest thing on the block."
That was
There was a time.
That
Was that Red?
No, it's one with Josh Hartnett.
Yeah, I don't.
Lucky number 7.
Yeah. I think so. Yeah. Where he's the spy.
Yeah. No, he's the contract killer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that lucky number 11. Yeah.
Oh, I remember hearing about that movie. Okay. Okay.
But no, I mean, there was a time. I mean, I'll go. I'll try to hit some paddle boarding every once in a while when I can. I got some, free morning or something.
Nice.
I'm kind of boring, man. I mean,
Oh, you know what? You know what? It is what it is. That's who you are. Like, I don't mean boring. I just mean, if that satisfies you, and right? If that satisfies you, then that's perfect. That's all I'm saying.
I mean, dude, I coach at a gym 5 times a week,
Nice.
Monday through Friday. So, I'm busy there.
Nice.
And I go to my regular job. I got, a full-time dog, who requires so much. He's been driving me nuts since I've been on here. I got the dios, I got the toys. There's not a whole lot of extra time, and I watch some movies, or I read some comics, or I read books. That's my little extra unplugged stuff.
That's awesome.
I don't have a lot of friends around anymore to pal around with or anything. So
yeah,
mostly I hang out with you guys, either online or through chats and stuff. That's my friend time.
And the same here. Same here.
Yeah, that's just the way it goes.
Yeah, I don't really I don't meet up with a bunch of other guys and go do stuff. I have a few friends, but even my closest friend nearby is still 2 hours from me, and we'll get together when we can, when his schedule allows it.
2 hours, goddamn.
Yeah, he lives and works in a different city, so it's just he's busy and his wife's busy and stuff. And
My closest friend is my wife.
Yeah. Yeah.
And my second closest friend is Toy God.
This is my closest
I'm not
friend right here.
Great dude too, by the way. But yeah, I hear you, Jedi. Same here. Life is busy, so we carve out and we can, and if it's just a few moments in the day, that's how I do it too. So I get it.
Yeah. And I mean, there's stuff I'd like to do, I mean, I've been a guitar player for years, and
Nice.
I haven't touched my stuff in forever.
Dude, me too.
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah. It's just,
What kind of music did you play?
I played everything, honestly. I mean, my first band, I was playing in bars at 14.
Oh, nice.
Well, my first show was in a bar at 15.
Nice.
And everybody in the bar was fucking being assholes to us, so I just started cussing at the crowd, and they went nuts. They fucking loved it.
Right?
Now we got a show.
Yeah, I was a musician. I was pretty much a full-time musician till I was probably 32.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, I loved playing those. Nothing better than playing the redneck dive bar where you play your first set and it's dead quiet after every song, and you're like, this place sucks, and you're like, whatever, start kicking stuff over, and they're just like, you boys are good,
I personally always liked the basement show when the crowd was going so nuts I had to turn around and lean up against them just so I fucking wasn't getting fucking smashed on.
Or when the crowd's louder than your stuff and you have to stand closer to your amp to hear that, and then the monitors to hear what the hell's going on.
That's awesome.
That happened every time I had monitors.
So
Every time I had monitors, it was like that. I got to a point where I started using 2 full stacks.
Damn.
I was just like, fuck it, I don't need your fucking house monitors. Fuck that shit. Just
Yeah.
don't even put me in the fucking mains, bro, because I'm gonna fucking be loud enough. The whole band's gonna hear me.
Yep. You just bring your own cat.
So here's my question for you two. Did you ever play a dive bar with chicken wire in front of you?
Not chicken wire, but a cyclone fence. Yes.
Yes. Yep. I had the cyclone fence.
Now you are true rock stars. I am truly honored to have you on my show.
Yes. Always. Yo, I never made it to any live shows. I dabbled. I was basic in guitar and horrible vocals, but somebody's got to play it, right? Somebody's got to be, take that shot.
I
was
played
always
the triangle in elementary school in second grade.
Nice.
I was always an amazing like drinker. That was my part of the band. I was a drinker.
Hey, everybody
So
plays
you were
their
the
role.
vocalist.
Everybody
There's been
plays their
some
role.
karaoke days.
Yeah, or the most unfortunate, the drummer.
Oh, the poor drummer. Always getting shit on.
The guitar
Damn.
players can fake it when we're drunk. The bass players, we can turn them down when they're drunk, but the drummer, no.
No.
You're carrying the beat,
No
brother.
mercy.
You can't drink tonight.
No mercy on the drummer.
Yes. Don't you dare. Don't you dare.
Sorry.
Dude, they got the most. They got the most equipment to set up and everything too. It's like
Correct.
they have to set up. They have to start setting up halfway. Especially if you're like in a metal band, you have to start setting up like halfway through the fucking band before you set and shit. Like there was this band I just was on the road with them for a few days because we were playing with them in a couple of days. So I met them in one state, and I went with them for a couple of states, and we were gonna play with them over here. So I just like went with them. Like, they were friends, I knew them for years, and that guy every night he actually brought a fucking drum tech with them to help
Damn.
him set up his
Holy shit.
set up his kit, and they started the
Wow.
night before.
Wow.
Ridiculous.
So the rest of the band's out drinking and
No,
they're
not
working.
not the night before. No, no, the night before. That's bullshit. They didn't do that. No, but they actually they did start when the band was with the opening band started playing. Like the band that was playing right before them, they started setting up his kit because he had he had two fucking snares,
Yeah,
two
we
hi-hats.
had, like a huge cage and stuff, and they're just like, I got 75 cymbals, and just like, and they play 4 of them,
Yeah, this was just like some kind of underground grindcore band, but the band he was most famous for being in was Splatterhouse from Portland, or I think
right.
Portland. Yeah. So yeah, his kit was ridiculous. It's the only person I ever met that had dreadlocks longer than me at the time. Like seriously, he couldn't sit down without moving his hair, and I was the same way, but his were way longer than mine.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Mine was pretty long, but it wasn't that long. But I didn't have dreads.
Yeah.
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 All right, fellas. We reached the hour.
I
and
think
a
that's
half
why my
mark.
girlfriend left me, because that guy's was way longer than mine's too.
So we're gonna go ahead and close it up for tonight. Jedi, thanks for coming on. Deadman, thanks for coming on. Vico Cross, thanks for doing this show with me. It's an amazing ride. Jedi, before we get out of here, is there anything that you'd like to put out there, promote?
Yeah, you can catch me with Skeleton's Closet on Wednesday.
All right.
No, bro, we got him out of there, bro. We got him out of there. Zilla and I worked on him real
Do you like
hard.
that? I was saving that one. I was going to try to use it on Wednesday, but yeah, I'll be with Skelly and the guys on Wednesday, and catch the Daredevil collab every Tuesday, and see you at Legion's Con.
Hell
And,
yeah.
Oh,
Check them out. If you're going to Legion's Con, seek Jedi out. Wisdom you will gain, right? Son Yoda would say.
if nothing, I'll give you a beer. I'll probably have a cooler full. So
Just look for the gang of people around a single table in the hallway.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Jack doesn't even make it in. They put him in the hallway.
That's where I'm at. They put.
No, I got. Before you leave, Jedi,
You did
I have a
make-
question for. Do you grow your mustache on command? Is it like a chia pet?
I do have a funny story for that. I'll save for another time, but it does grow pretty fast.
All right.
All right, Deadman, you got anything?
It was
to
an
put out
honor
there?
having you guys here, man. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for stopping by. Jedi Jack, you're amazing. Deadman1, you're amazing too. Glad to have you back from your vacation, stopping by and checking us out. Always an honor to have you. You're welcome here anytime that you feel that you want to jump in, brother. This is your home. Jedi Jack, you too, brother. You can jump in anytime that you want, dude. Thank you guys so much. Raven, thank you for everything that you have put together. And the video is amazing. I love it. Across, thank you so much too, brother. I love you guys so much. And I think that we're going to call it a night.
Perfect. Okay. Ditto.
Thanks for letting me plug stuff, Vico. Love you.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, Dead Man, go ahead, brother.
Raven was just asking if I wanted to plug anything. No,
I'm
I
like,
don't want to plug shit.
I got 6 beers and a half,
Jedi
bro.
Jack
I'm
already
sorry.
Jedi Jack already hit my plug, so it's all good.
All right, gentlemen.
Oh my,
I'm
I'm so
take
sorry.
you guys backstage, and yeah, we're gonna talk. We're gonna talk a little bit more. So, boom.
Oh, he left. I'm
boom.
sorry, man.
And everybody that was in the chat, thanks for joining. If you're catching us on the replay, like, subscribe, and
Hit that like.
we'll see you guys next week.
Yes, sir.